revenge, somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from Arrowhead. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Hey, Larry, wait. 54. Right here.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And, whoa, he's going to hope that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Yellow.
Following the interception, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing, Cousins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Under 10. 10. Hey, 10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Gun.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Banjo. Begin. Check three.
Where's that?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Watkins, the intended receiver. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run, Cook, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Check, check. Break down.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
Gun.
Come to me, it's me. 56 the mic.
Gun.
56 is the mic. Let's pick it up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. To throw, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, 32 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This two shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now here's Mahomes, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Check.
On 2nd down, Cook. And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 30 on second down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Freestone travel. Black.
Mike's 56. On the ball.
Gun.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Keep it up, defense.
They run it again with Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Check.
Gun.
He's going, boys, moving. 56. Mike.
Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
56. Mike's 56. Watch twist.
Cousins to throw for it on 4. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Run out. Gun. Hey, receiver.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins to throw it. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. On second and 15 now, Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Again, it's Cook, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Come on, baby.
Bring up 48.
Check 31. Check 31. Check it out, read.
On third down, Cousins is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Linval Joseph picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Mahomes now to throw.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman? And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is that
it got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 40 yards. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, no, easy.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On the carry, it's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris, and he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Cousins now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.